not really needed at the moment because they can invoke the provision on the declaration of persona non grata. Anong pwedeng gawin ng DFA? And this is really an internal matter on the part of Department of DOJ, or Department of Justice. Medyo
Sir, may I request my colleague who is the Deputy Assistant Secretary for the Office of Protocol to read the procedure for the declaration of persona non grata?
Ba po ba yan o ano lang?
Sir.
Medyo mahaba, sir. We can submit it to the committee.
Can that be done motu proprio?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So even without the participation of the National Bureau of Investigation, kasi nabalitaan natin yung Department of Justice, Secretary of Justice, in order on yung NBI to investigate,
Sir,
you
sir,
can do that motu proprio.
We can sir, we can do it in consultation with the other agencies, sir.
This committee, ano yung mga steps?
Sir, if there is a complaint against a diplomat, usually, sir, the embassy would react.
Bakit nagka-complaint? Motu proprio nga, kayo na lang ang kikilos, di ba? Wala na complaint yun.
Opo, sir. The embassy would usually react by requesting for a certificate of immunity. And then it will be issued by the department based on the accreditation ng diplomat, sir. If the allegations constitute a grave offense, DFA simultaneously prepares a note verbal addressed to the concerned foreign embassy. In the event express waiver is granted, only then the DFA conveys the same to the DOJ for information and appropriate action. Now, sir, if...
Can you repeat the last line that you mentioned?
In the event the embassy has expressed waiver, DFA conveys the same to the DOJ for information and appropriate action.
What would be the appropriate action expected from the DOJ?
It could be, based on their assessment, sir, it could be a criminal complaint in this case.
So who will declare persona non grata? Paano pumunta sa inyo yung...
This is now, sir, the procedure, sir, on the declaration.
So finally, who will declare?
Ang DFA, sir.
So can the DFA declare even without a findings coming from the DOJ?
Yes, sir.
O yun naman pala eh.
Yes, sir.
Balikan ko. Babasahin niyo muna habang binabasa ko to. In 2019, and I'd like to have this placed on record, it was reported that 2 Chinese embassy officials were secretly expelled. There is such a practice as secret expulsion. Secretly expelled by the United States after they entered a sensitive military base in Virginia. The New York Times, report nito, kagaya ng Manila Bulletin ngayon. The New York Times said half a dozen people with knowledge of expulsions with the U.S. officials believe at least one of the officials who were with their wives was an intelligence officer operating under diplomatic cover. Dito wala nang cover. The Times, again, a newspaper outlet, said that the incident occurred at the base near Norfolk, Virginia, that includes Special Operation Forces. The Chinese officials and their spouses drove up a car to an entry checkpoint where a guard, realizing they did not have permission to enter, told them to go through the gate, turn around and exit the base, which is common procedure in such situations, unquote, according to the New York Times. But the officials instead proceeded to drive further into the base and were eventually stopped when the fire trucks blocked them, the newspaper said. On the basis of that, nagkaroon ng secret expulsion. Is there a secret expulsion procedure within the books of the Department of Foreign Affairs? Secret na, ito, mas maano na to, hindi na yung mag-iimbestiga pa, magpa-file pa ng complaint, matatawag pa, etc., etc., motu proprio pa, secret expulsion. Is there such a, are you aware of secret expulsions?
Yes, Your Honor, but we haven't done that in the DFA. We have in some instances, when we knew of the case filed and we spoke to the ambassador, the diplomat concerned left on his own. He was asked by his own ambassador to leave.
So that's no longer secret kasi mag-i-inform yan eh, di ba?
But sir, in this case, it didn't come out in the media anymore.
Okay.
It was not a persona non grata.
Ayun nangyari noong 2018, Philippines and Kuwait. Philippines and Kuwait, Manila filed a diplomatic protest after Kuwait expelled. Are you aware of the Filipino ambassador?
Yes, sir.
Yung procedure ng Kuwait, motu proprio?
Sir, actually, there was prima facie evidence because it was available on the social media.
So nag-rely kayo sa media.
No, sir, it was the Kuwait government who expelled our ambassador based on the actual footage found on the social media.
In this case, we have a top conversation available likewise on social media. Are you aware of that, ASEC?
Sir, what I saw, this is me. What I saw was a transcript that was posted not on an official website, and it was alleged. It claims to be. So the source itself was not official, but we found it in some Chinese social media, and some personalities were redacted from it. So we could not determine who the other party was, and we could not even say categorically that transcript was actually true.
So, how do you verify that? Sinasabi kanina ng Manila Bulletin, pag yung kanilang reporter, ganito, sources coming from this sector, okay na.
Sir,
Valid.
Sir, in this case, we have the testimony of the Vice Admiral who disavows the content allegedly of what was posted. We have testimony that says of the Vice Admiral that the contents that were alleged in that.
That's why I started this hearing that we deal with the contents separately from the critical issue here of whether there was a tape-up conversation. Kahit nagkumustahan ka lang na good morning, happy new year, 18-8, walang pinag-uusapang new model, it's a violation of Republic Act 4200. Kahit ang pinag-usapan doon, kilala mo ba si ASEC Eileen? Tinate, violation na yon. Hindi na pinag-uusapan natin doon kung ano pa yung ibang nilalaman. Do you agree with that? Yun ang premise ko kanina at the opening of this hearing, Madam ASEC. So you don't have to dig deeper into the validity and the intrinsic substance of the conversation itself. The mere act of having it taped is a violation of Philippine laws. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir. If I may read a statement that I was instructed to read on this matter, Your Honor.
Coming from?
This is an approved statement by
Secretary Manalo.
Yes, sir.
How long will that last?
No, it's just...
Okay, go ahead.
Sir.
The committee will request an actual submission of that statement. The Secretary is directed to retrieve the copy of that prepared statement coming from the DFA Secretary. Please proceed.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. The DFA defers to law enforcement agencies in looking into reports of wiretapping activities by foreign diplomats in the country. Foreign diplomats accredited to the Philippines are accorded the necessary liberties to conduct their diplomatic duties, with the expectation that they, in turn, will conduct their diplomatic activities with the highest standards of integrity and professionalism in pursuit of common interests and mutually beneficial outcomes. If alleged wiretapping activities by foreign diplomats are confirmed, the Department of Foreign Affairs is prepared to undertake necessary action in line with existing laws and regulations. Given the delicate nature of diplomacy and international relations, such action will have to be undertaken with prudence and in full consideration of all possible repercussions. The DFA will consider all options accordingly. Thank you, Your Honor.
The Convention on Diplomatic Relations, you were starting to read Section 31. Sir, ASEC, can you read for this committee the first paragraph of Section 41? 41.
Your Honor, Section 41. Without prejudice to their privileges and immunities, it is the duty of all persons enjoying such privileges and immunities to respect the laws and regulations of the receiving state. They also have a duty not to interfere in the internal affairs of that state.
Thank you. Isn't this an interference into the internal affairs of the Philippines? Yung pag-tap ng conversation.
Sir, I'm not a lawyer, but I believe so.
What about you, ASEC? I forgot. Natatakluban kasi natatakluban yung pangalan mo eh. Just mention your name. ASEC Roel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Interference
Yes, sir.
into the internal affairs
Yes, sir.
of the Philippines.
Yes, sir.
Interference in the internal affairs of the Philippines. Isn't interference in the internal affairs of the Philippines violative of the Vienna Convention that would necessitate the declaration of a diplomat as persona non grata. In your opinion, I would not want to involve your official positions within the DFA family. In your opinion, without involving the Department of Foreign Affairs, speaking in behalf of yourself.
Yes, sir.
DOJ, who is the representative of the Department?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. The DOJ is here.
Can you identify yourself, ma'am?
Yes, my name is Attorney Fretty Ganshun. I'm a Senior State Counsel at the Department of Justice.
Yung narinig niyo po kanina, kailangan magsampa at sa aming nalalaman din, nag-order ng Secretary of Justice sa NBI ng investigasyon without digging into the intrinsic matters of the ongoing investigation. Pwede ba namin malaman sa ng committee ito kung nagsimula na yung investigasyon, natapos na yung investigasyon, meron na resulta yung investigasyon?
Thank you for the question, Mr. Chair. Yes, there is an order from the Secretary of Justice, but the National Bureau of Investigation is also here, Mr. Chair, so he's the proper one who can give us a status of this investigation. But I just would like to say, Mr. Chair, that for DOJ, this is the first time, of course, that we are hearing the sworn testimony of Vice Admiral Carlos, because we are also not sure before of the truthfulness, the authenticity of the transcript, Mr. Chair. So we don't know, but we have a testimony now that we can use that indeed there was a call and it was recorded, so it can be considered as a violation of the anti-wiretapping law. And in fairness to the DFA, Mr. Chair, they also did not know of the truthfulness of this transcript because anything that comes from our friend, from our neighbor, Mr. Chair, we treat it very carefully, Mr. Chair, because we are in the middle of a fight for the West Philippine Sea. So anything that comes from them, we treat it very carefully. So we did not accept it right away that this transcript is authentic, that this transcript is true, that there was wiretapping. But now that we have a sworn testimony from Vice Admiral, we thank him that there indeed was wiretapping. But with respect to the contents, of course, Mr. Chair, we're not talking here about the contents yet. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So what would be the next step insofar as the DOJ is concerned, aside from awaiting the reports coming from the NBI? Can the Department of Justice, coming from the testimony of the DFA, collaborate with the DFA to facilitate the filing of a necessary complaint, which is not really needed at the moment because they can invoke the provision on the declaration of persona non grata? Anong pwedeng gawin ng DFA? And this is really an internal matter on the part of the Department of DOJ, Department of Justice.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was listening to the procedure that was outlined for us by DAS Deputy Assistant Secretary Gunabe with respect to a situation when a diplomat who enjoys diplomatic immunity absolute, Mr. Chair, from criminal jurisdiction under international law commits a violation of our laws, then based on that procedure, they can ask for the waiver of his immunity so that he can answer the complaint that's going to be filed in court. If the embassy or that officer refuse to waive his immunity, then based on their procedure and based on what happened in the Panama case, refusal to waive immunity in the face of an evidence that there's wiretapping can lead to the declaration of that person being considered as a persona non grata under Article 9 of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, Mr. Chair.
What about the notion of secret expulsion? Does that merit the consideration of the Department of Justice?
It's not within our mandate because these are diplomats, Mr. Chair. But if it's secret, nobody should know it because it's secret. But it's one of the tools of a state, Mr. Chair, that usually is not announced when it's going to be done, Mr. Chair.
Salamat, Department of Justice. Balikan ko yung DFA. The matter of downsizing an embassy staff. Can this be done by the host country by revoking the visas of administrative personnel? Confirm this. Understand that there are, aside from the embassy here in Makati, there is a consulate in Cebu. Is that correct? Can you answer that for the record para lumabas sa transcript? Is there a Chinese embassy consulate in Cebu?
Your Honor, they have consulates in Davao, Lawag, and in Cebu.
Lawag?
And Cebu.
Lawag, Ilocos Norte?
Yes, sir.
So sa Lawag, it involves the same functions. Just curious, bakit sa Lawag meron?
Sir, these are consulates.
Bakit may consulate sa Lawag? Bakit hindi sa La Union? Bakit hindi sa Dagupan?
Sir, the selection of the location, it would also be determined by the sending country. And in this case, they believe that, for example, the presence of an airport that can land an international flight is attractive because there would be tourists that can fly in and out, so they can assist their nationals.
Or proximity to Taiwan. Off the record. Narinig na tayo. That's part of the Vienna consular office anywhere as long as the receiving state would agree, right?
Sir.
So they have 4. So going back to my question, how can an embassy staffing pattern be reduced by the DFA? So yung visa ba nag-expire?
Yes, sir, nag-expire.
Ilang taon po yun?
1 year.
1 year lang? Including the ambassador?
Pero hindi. Nare-renew lang, sir, kasi yan eh.
Next,
Can I again turn over to the action person?
Your Honor, ang visa po nila are governed ng visa waiver agreement between the Philippines and that sending state.
China, for instance.
And then yung meron din po silang mga visa na binibigay tayo, usually 1 year, nire-renew lang po nila.
Liwanagan natin. Ambassador, ilang taon ang visa?
Ang ano po is, ngayon po nagbibigay na po tayo ng 3 years.
3 years?
3 years na po.
So pag ambassador ka ng ibang bansa, 3 years?
3 years, yes sir.
Mga consul general?
Ganun din po.
Very educational to. Consul?
Basta diplomatic po.
3 years?
3 years po.
Yung sinabi mo 1 year?
Yung 1 year po kasi sir sa mga admin technical
na kasi liwanagin natin, merong admin na magdala pa dito ng clerks, cooks, dito na nag-hire.
Locally employed staff po ng embassy meron po. Locally employed staff.
Do they have diplomatic immunity as well?
Wala po.
Wala
po.
Okay. So yung mga galing sa abroad, yun ang pag administrative staff, ilang years ang visa? 3 rin?
1 year sir.
1 year.
Yes, sir.
1 year. So every year, pinire-renew sa inyo?
Yes sir.
Yun namang iba,
yes, sir.
yung iba may dumarating na kapalit.
Opo.
Kung papalitan na sila.
Opo.
Is the non-renewal of a visa of members of the administrative staff as well as the non-issuance of visas for those who will replace the expiring kasi pinapauwi na yung iba, di ba? May listahan naman kayo nun. The non-renewal